What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and I'm back. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who support me, DS1 Ross, and this platform, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Much love to y'all. Good morning, everyone. It's gonna be a morning chat. I wanted to have this conversation. You know, this is something also I would like to talk about on my health series that I have coming up, my health awareness series. And I would really love for women who are astute on women's health to really get up here and talk about the depression um, and the stress that women go through and the type of stresses and where the stresses come from. Because when I read this story, when I first just saw it flash, you know, news flash, I was like, damn, how could you do that to your children? You know? And if y'all want to check out the story, if y'all never heard the story, the link is in the description. The link to the story is in the description. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Rain and Woman. Good morning, sis. Great to see you. Glad you here. Good morning, Poetic Kels. That's the great moderator right there. Mr. Sutton, good morning, my brother. But yeah, if y'all are unaware of the story, the link is in the description. The link is in the description. But this black woman, she slit the throats of her two children, her 2-year-old daughter and her 6-year-old son. She slit their throats and left them out in the street bleeding. She basically left them to die. The Purpose of Pain, welcome. Great to see you. And it's sad, man, because we never know what people are really, really going through. We really don't know what we really don't understand. Now, before I get into this, please do me a favor. Anyone who have a community tab, please share the live. If you're here and you haven't yet, please um, hit the like button. Hit the like button for me, family, and share this live. If you have a community tab, share the live for me. Thank you very much. Yeah. The great part about that, the purpose of pain, is the children are expected to survive. The children are expected to survive. Thanks, Kels. I appreciate that, sis. But I think, you know, women, like I said, when I do my health awareness series that's coming up and we get into women's health and we have the women up there speaking on women's health, I'm definitely gonna need the women to touch on the mental state of black women. What y'all go through mentally. How do y'all think these things occur? What do you think they stem from? Like, because postpartum is real. Postpartum is real. And I think postpartum is a lot worse for single mothers. I think it will be a lot worse for a single mom. And the girl was young. She was in her early 20s, early to mid 20s. She had a 6-year-old son, then turned around and had a 2-year-old daughter. Good morning, Amna. Great to see you. And she was dealing with a lot of stress. She was a single mom, living in the Bronx, living in New York. You know, things are extremely expensive, extremely competitive. You know, New York is the financial capital of the world. So dealing with that and then still having to deal with your own self, dealing with the fact that you still need to accomplish things for yourself. And I think that puts a different type of stress on um, single mothers, you know. Now, we're not going to get into the dynamics of why she's a single mother, and we're not having that conversation this morning, okay? So I don't want to see none of you bozos in my comment section talking about, but why she was a single mother. I don't want to hear that. We're not talking about that today. Today, today we're going to focus on a specific and particular situation. Okay? We're not going to generalize and, you know, come to this consensus about, no. We're not doing that with this situation. So all you bozos, stay out the comments with that dumb shit. Don't come in my comments under this video talking about, but why she was a single mother. Because guess what? Women who are married and who have their children's fathers suffer from postpartum. Okay? Listen to what I say, bozos, before y'all come in my video, before y'all come under my video comment. Okay? I'm going to say that again for the bozos. I said postpartum seems to be a lot worse when a woman is a single mother. And it makes sense because she's left to deal with everything on her own. And then sometimes you have women who suffer from postpartum who are not alone. They just feel alone, but they may not actually be alone. Appreciate that, sis. So when I first saw this story, I was like, man, how could you do that? You know, that's some wicked shit. But then when I actually read the story and I looked at this young woman's face, that woman drove herself crazy. Life drove her crazy, man. See, what I'm starting to realize is the generations that are coming after me are even weaker than us. I'm a millennial. Okay? Born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. Grew up in the 90s and the 2000s. So I'm a millennial. And these children that are, you know, 5 and 10 years younger than us, they're a whole lot weaker. They're not able to deal with anything. They're not able to withstand any type of pressure dealing in this life. These children are fragile. They're fragile. So really, you really have to be careful, man, nowadays when you talking about having children and, you know, laying down with a person, like the generation after us or the next two generations after me, they have it the worst. Good morning, my brother Rob. Shout out to my brother Rob. But they have it a whole lot worse than us because they weren't taught to be strong. They weren't taught to have strength. At least when we were growing up, you had to be tough to some extent. You know, we couldn't cry wolf like a lot of these children do. A lot of these children get caught up in things and they cry wolf. Oh, come save me. Someone come save me. This is too much for me. But in this situation, I actually, you know, I I really empathize with her. I really empathize and sympathize with this young woman because we don't know what she went through. Because I believe women who have postpartum issues is really because they suffer from PTSD. This is why, I'm gonna do this health awareness series. It's coming real soon, y'all. I'm still working on it. But I believe a lot of women who suffer from postpartum suffers from PTSD. They have a lot of unresolved issues, you know? And they don't know how to even deal with their own life. But like most women, when they have children, they try their best to remain strong for their children. No matter how much they're going through. I see that a lot with women, especially black women. You could have a black woman living in the projects with 8 kids and she work at McDonald's, but she making that shit work. They may not have the flyest shit. They may not have the best quality of stuff, but they surviving. They're surviving. And see, this girl, she didn't know how her and her children were going to survive. She didn't know what she was going to do to make sure her children was okay. She was ready to give up. She didn't want to put her children through what she'd been through in this world. This is why people who suffer from PTSD, I think mainly women, when they have children, the postpartum kicks in automatically. Because you are already in fear. You are already inferior to this world. You don't know how you're gonna make it. So now you have two children to protect. Women protect their children. Strags and all. They protect their children. May not be in a logical sense, but they protect their children. You know? Good morning, love, wisdom. And like I said, I really empathize and sympathize with this young black woman. Because like I said, I could look at her and tell that she's been going through a lot of things for a long time. And like I said, this new generation of children that are adults now, they're I hear the Gen Xers and the baby boomers talk about how weak the millennials are. But the generation and the two generations after us are even weaker because we still got some of the remnants of the real shit from the Gen Xers and the baby boomers. We still got we got sprinkles of it. We're not totally void of the real shit. These two generations after us, they are. If your mama is 45, that real shit not in you. That real shit not really in you. It's not. That shit is watered down. Especially if your mama 45 and you 25. You understand what I'm saying? If your mama 45 and you 25, it's a problem there. And not just because of the age difference, but because what you were born into. So now look at this woman. She's in her 20s. Single mother with two children, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And y'all living in the Bronx in New York. You living in New York in the Bronx. Do you know what type of stress that adds? People up north, people who are in urban centers and places that are highly financed, like these big cities like Chicago, New York, LA. You know, when you California rather, I'm not gonna just say LA, California. When living in these places nowadays, man, if you're not financially stable in any form of fashion, you will not survive. So that girl was struggling. 2019, New York City, luxury apartments and condos everywhere. You in your mid 20s, no education, 2 children, remedial ass job, no man there to help you. And this stuff was probably going through this woman's mind when she was pregnant with the second baby. She probably had postpartum since she had her son because her son was 6. Her daughter was 2. That's sad, man. This shit is sad, honestly. Real talk. Because see, stories like this, people just let it fly under the radar. Marquita 83, good morning and welcome. Shout out to my brother Gab. Thanks for tuning in. Smash that like button for me, family. I appreciate it. If you have a community tab, share the live for me. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all this morning. And see, I'm going to just say this. No matter how much y'all may see me get on my channel and talk about how black women need to correct themselves, and I speak about the bad apples, the rotten apples, and the poor mentality and the poor choices. Yeah, I talk about all that. But overall, I love black women. Overall, I want black women to be better. I don't prey on black women's downfall. I don't want to see black women in the state they're in. Just like I don't want black men to be in the state we're in. So when I go off, it's out of love. You know? It's out of love. It's not because I hate black women. It's not because I was hurt by a black woman so much that if a black woman don't give me what I want to see her fail. I'm not that type of person. I can't be that type of person. Does DS1 have mommy issues? Yes. I believe most black men do. And that's why we have trouble in relationships with our women. So that's where you hear my passion come out when I speak about certain things with black women. But overall, I want y'all to win. Overall, I don't want y'all to be single mothers. I want y'all to be married. I want y'all to be happy. But I gotta point out the bullshit too. I gotta call a spade a spade. A strag is a strag. And it's based on a person's choices. So yeah, this young girl, she's 20, in her early 20s with 2 children. She made bad decisions. But you know why I'm not going to shit on her? Because for her to try to take her children's life shows that there's a story behind her choices. And that matters to me. See, that may not matter to you other niggas. That matters to me. See, see, when you did current events in school, what was the main W that needed to be answered? And if you didn't answer it, you didn't get credit for your current event. Let me see if y'all remember doing current events in school. What was the most important W? And this is a question I always asked when I was a little boy. The why. Shout out to my brother John Doe. Day one supporter. Appreciate you, bro. The why. Why? We know what happened. We know when it happened. We know where it happened. We know who it happened to. But the question that is still not answered in this story is the why. Is the why. It's the why. Why would this woman try to kill her two children? Why do women get postpartum? I want women to talk about this, not niggas, because niggas don't get postpartum. I want women to talk about this. No doubt, Kels, do your thing. I want women to speak on this. Why do y'all get postpartum and where does it come from? Is it natural? Because now you got some people saying it's natural for women to get postpartum. It's well, wrong term. Not natural, but common. Shout out to my brother Loso. Good morning, my brother. Thanks for the donation. He said, God bless you, Sleep TV, and God bless all the kings and the queens in the chat. Salute, Ja Loso. Right. They're stressed, they're not getting the help they need, and they are overwhelmed. Exactly. I agree with that. They are overwhelmed. Yes. Yeah. That's why I corrected myself, sis. I said it was common. Great point, Love Wisdom. That makes sense. Of course it'll be common, especially if you're in a society that has you under a microscope. Exactly. Exactly. Of course mental illness will be common. Exactly, sis. That's why I love intelligent, man. I love intelligent black women. And it's a lot of y'all out here. I just noticed y'all only come to certain platforms. I think that's what these dudes be really mad at. But then a lot of these dudes, when y'all get the intelligent black women on y'all platform, y'all try to pick them apart and try to make them into something they're not. That's bozo shit. All y'all intelligent black women, stay off these bozo niggas platforms. Real talk. So what if he a big YouTuber? He's a big YouTuber that's a bozo. Stay away from bozos, ladies. If you're a lady, you shouldn't be in the confines of a bozo. Niggas that's always trying to find a reason to paint you out to be something you're not. You're a bozo just to prove a talking point. That's bozo shit. That's not man shit. That's being a bozo. That's lame. You always trying to find something to pick at. Nigga, go play with yourself. Shout out to the Thunder God Zeus Flippy, man. And that's why I rocks with you, Love Wisdom. You a real one. You're a real one. They're not ready for kids, sis. You right. You're right. They're not ready for kids. They're not. And they realize that once they have them. And women who don't have a support system around them, it 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 tells them to give up even quicker. Because when women don't have support, or when anybody, I'm not going to just say women, when anybody don't have support, they feel like no one cares. So now, if a woman is already on her own, then she has children, and she's left to be a single mother, she starts to view the world as being against her, almost to the point where I don't need to live here. Why am I here? And she looked at it like, well, damn, I'd rather go through all the stress than have my kids go through it with me. So I might as well kill them and free them from the matrix, and I'll find a way to cope. Do y'all hear that fractured mindset? But that's actually what she did. Because if it was too much for her to deal with, why she didn't turn the knife on herself? She was trying to free her children from the things that she know that they're going to go through in the world. So it's like, I'm already suffering. I could stay here and keep dealing with the suffering because I've learned how to deal with it thus far. But I don't want my children to grow up in this. She probably felt like she'd be a better mother if she kill them, so they don't have to go through the matrix. See? Think about this, y'all. Yeah, it may be purpose of pain. It may be. Salute to the OG. Muhammad is the one. Indeed, my brother Muhammad is the one. Exactly, love, wisdom. Exactly. That's exactly why you had people jumping overboard. Whole families, mamas and the kids, because the fathers was already getting murdered, or they was revolting. That's a fact, sis. Because it's like, do we stay here and suffer, or do we die and be free from all of this? See, y'all have to understand that it's people in the world who think like that. And you know what brings you to that state of mind? Struggle, pain. You start questioning what freedom is. Why you think guys that done been in jail 15, 20 years, they just want to be free? They don't they not thinking about no money. They not thinking about all this blue pill bullshit. They want to smell air. They want to see trees. They want to touch things. This is why some people kill themselves in jail. Because they can't deal with being confined and being subject to certain circumstances. We have to understand that there's people in society that are not that strong. And we cannot fault them for that. We cannot say, oh, you not shit because you not strong enough to deal with that. Who the hell are you to tell somebody what they supposed to be able to deal with? Live and let live, man. Learn to live and let live. Sometimes, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to speak for myself. Sometimes, and this is what I had to learn to do, I had to learn to understand things and instead of always trying to fix shit. As men, we got to understand that because naturally men are problem solvers. But sometimes we can become so linear in our communication and our approach that we miss important little shit. Like, see, a straight linear guy will straight say, well, she shouldn't have had kids if she wasn't ready to take care of them. That's true. That's a logical truth. But let's look at the circumstances. Okay, she had children and she wasn't ready. Okay, but now, where do we go from here? See, this is what I believe this is how we need to deal with each other as black people. We need to deal where we are currently. Let's stop trying to make shit into shit. Let's deal with black people where there are currently. Currently, where this woman is in her life, she needs help. Regardless if she made the wrong decisions. So if your ass don't know where you at and you get lost and you ask somebody for directions, but you still happen to get lost, so you deserve not to get help to find your destination because you keep getting lost, because probably you keep making the wrong turns somewhere. This is what I mean by just being linear. Come on. We got to pay attention to detail, to circumstance. Exactly, Mr. Sutton. That's a fact. Salute, Loso. Yeah, I wish he was too, Purpose of Pain. Exactly, the purpose of pain. Exactly. Is anybody really ready for children? And they don't realize that. That's true. What's going on, J-Lo Rich? Great to see you. Honestly, purpose of pain, I think that, I honestly think that she probably was harming them children before she took it to the next level. I'm pretty sure she probably was, you know, abusing her kids physically and emotionally. I mean, verbally. Shout out to crew. And yes, J-Lo Rich, mental health is extremely important. That's a fact. That's a fact, sis. Of course, their brains are not fully developed. You're still a child. Oh, I believe she asked for help. Purpose of Pain. I believe that woman asked for help. I believe she did. I don't. I don't think. I believe there was a buildup before this happened. Honestly, I think the woman felt hopeless. She lost hope. And trust me, I'm from New York, so I know. It be nothing but young women packed in them welfare centers, packed up in the shelters. It be nothing but young black women, young Hispanic women, all in the shelters, all up in the welfare centers trying to get help, all in these training programs and these work programs. Who you think be sweeping the streets, cleaning the parks and parks department and all of these things? Most of it be black women. They go get on welfare and join these job programs, and they go and they come. I see young black women try. I see them because we not going nowhere and sitting nowhere and asking nobody for nothing. Certain type of men, they gonna get up and leave. That's why that shit couldn't work for me. Because at that time, I needed my food stamp benefits when I was living in New York, and it was just me and my dad. So I kept going because me and my pops needed to eat. So I put my emotions to the side and I stuck it out. But you know how many times I done walked out of shit? You know how many times they done cut my food stamps off because I done walked out the damn office? Because I'm missing money. That's the first thing I tell my worker. Y'all got me sitting here all goddamn day. I'm missing money. The little bit of ass money y'all gonna give me, I could have just made. And y'all got me sitting here. But them black women, they sit there. I see them. Sit there for hours, all day. They be out there before the goddamn center open. They be there, lined up. They ask for help. Harlem News Hip Hop, welcome. Peace to you. And thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Do me a favor and smash that like button for me, family. Exactly, love, wisdom. They like to point out the lazy ones and try to make that the general consensus. It's a fact. Exactly, Kels. They only present part-time, low-paying jobs. That's why black men don't do that shit. That's why the black man is on the block. I can make $100 on the corner in 20 minutes. Why am I sitting here for 6 hours a goddamn day for $100 a week? For $150 a month? Nigga, I can make $150 in 20 minutes. I'm leaving. You see? I'm leaving here. I'm missing money. That's why we don't lay up and sit up in there. Because we know we ain't going to get milk. We got to buy milk. Niggas ain't going to get no WIC checks. Can niggas get WIC checks? Yeah. Not saying they can't get it. They can. But listen, man. Ain't no active niggas sitting there waiting for no goddamn WIC checks. Okay? A certain type of guy's not going to sit around and wait for no handout. And you got niggas shaming other black men for that. Because a nigga ain't sit around and wait for a handout. Come on, man. But then when there's black men who sit around and wait because they want to play the politically correct game, you know what that does? Those brothers even get shamed. Because there's women that'll tell those brothers, you ain't got enough ambition. You trying to sit around and wait for something to come to you. This is what those brothers hear. The guys who do shit politically correct. Then they get shamed. Oh, what you waiting for? You better go out there and get it. Then when a nigga out there getting it, he gets shamed for out there getting it. So I believe this black woman was crying for help. The story is in, like I said, the whole story is in the description box. If y'all want to see what happened and all of that, see how the woman looked, you could see it all in her face. She's angry, she's depressed, she's stressed, she's frustrated. All of those things in one. You could see it in her face. The link is in the description. Y'all could go check it out for yourself. Shout out to my man Loso on a second donation, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I gotta do this, bro. You know me, man. This me. But I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate the donation. Man, the last thing I believe any woman would do is try to kill her children. And if you see that, there's a serious problem. Serious. Postpartum is real. But like I said, I believe most women who suffer from that, they suffer from PTSD. And like I said, there's people in the world who deal with the similar situations and they don't respond that way. But we can't knock this woman for responding the way she did because she only responded the best way she knew how. And when you making choices out of desperation and out of despair, this is how shit like this occurs. But she doesn't know how to make rational, functional decisions. That's obvious. Harlem News and Hip Hop, I appreciate you. Thanks for the donation. Like I said, I empathize and I sympathize with this woman, man. At the end of the day, I want to see us win. I want to see us win. At the end of the day, I want to see us win. I want black women to be happy. I want y'all to be happy. I want y'all to be with us. But overall, I want y'all to be happy. So whatever it is, be happy. Like I said, win on your terms. Because this matrix will have you doing what this woman done. See, she's nothing but a product of what the matrix can do to you. See, when you don't decide to swallow the red pill, you become a product of the matrix. And the matrix devours weak-minded people. It's designed to do it that way. It's designed that way. Understand that. So I appreciate y'all this morning, family. I'm not going to keep y'all too much longer. Much love to y'all. Much love to y'all. Let me see who in here. I'm going to shout out everybody. Shout out to the great moderator and my sis, Poetic Kels. Shout out to the beautiful Love Wisdom. Shout out to my brother, Ja Loso. Harlem News and Hip Hop. And this is my man. I just read the whole shit. Shout out to my man, Hebrew Perry. Peace, G. I just noticed who that was, man. Shout out to my brother, Hebrew Perry, man. That's my guy right there, man. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to J-Lo Rich. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Purpose of Pain. Thanks for tuning in, sis. Great to see you. Shout out to Crew Reality. Shout out to Muhammad is the One. Shout out to Mr. Sutton. Shout out to Ebony Knowledge. My bad, Ebony. I ain't see you up in here. My fault. I appreciate you, though. Shout out to the Thunder God, Zeus Flippy. You should be blue now, Zeus. I should have been gave you a wrench, bro. You a day one supporter, man. I'm tripping. But you should have one now. Shout out to my brother John Doe. You too, John Doe. About to mod you up, man. Cause y'all day ones. You and Zeus, y'all day ones, man. Y'all was supporting me when I was talking to the goddamn computer screen. Shout out to my brother Gab Talk Media. Appreciate you, big bro. Thanks for tuning in, Marquita83. Thanks for tuning in, Raining Woman. I appreciate you, brother Rob. Thanks for tuning in, big bro. Omna's Kitchen. Thanks for tuning in, Omna. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Y'all have a great day. Y'all stay safe out here. You know, shout out to my brother Darren. You might have to catch the playback, bro. I'm about to wrap it up, but I appreciate all the love and the support that y'all have for me, DS1 Ross, and Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Remember, y'all, if y'all want to get any particulars on this story, the story is in the description box. Just click the link. It's there for y'all. So I appreciate all the love and the support. This is DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, y'all, we got to heal before we build. This is a perfect example of it. Because this woman tried to build a family before healing herself as a person. So she can be the healthy, the mentally healthy mom that she wanted to be. Because I don't think no mom want to be a bad mom. You see? And she ended up destroying what she created because she didn't heal. She didn't get past it. She still suffers from you know, she got a lot of unresolved issues. And you see that all in this story, man. So, like I said, we got to heal before we build. I appreciate all the love and the support. Thanks to all the supporters, everybody who hit the super chat. Much love. I catch y'all on the next one. Peace.